This is 6 News Now, here for you 24 hours a day, online at WLNS.com.
1 year ago today, hundreds of people stormed the United States Capitol building in Washington, D.C. in an attempt to overturn the 2020 election results.
Across the nation today, events are being held to not only remember what happened, but to also reflect on what has changed since then, including right here in Michigan. Joining us now live from the state capitol is 6 News reporter Michael Thomas.
He has more on these events and what state officials have to say. Good morning, Michael.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. You know, since late last night, early this morning, we've really seen a lot of statements come out across the nation from public officials. And yes, right here in Michigan. And when it comes to ceremonies, there's going to be a handful across the state. Take a look at this video we have. One of them is going to take place over in Detroit, another over in Midland, followed by Rochester Hills, Traverse City, and a handful of others. Again, all gathering to bring awareness to the January 6th attacks and also to help prevent anything like it from happening again. Now, according to the U.S. Department of Justice last year, 5 people were killed, over 725 people were arrested nationwide in relation to the U.S. attacks, and 14 Michiganders were actually charged regarding the U.S. Capitol attacks. Now, the damage done to that building, $1.5 million. Earlier this morning, Attorney General Dina Nessel released a statement in regards to those attacks, saying, in quote, "The unprecedented attack on our democracy last year made it clear that the biggest threat we face in maintaining our Constitution and all this country stands for comes within our own borders, fueled by seditious conspiracies and alternate realities that continue to be peddled today. Like many, I have heard firsthand accounts from on-duty officers who put themselves in harm's way that day. They defended our nation's founding principles and deserve our utmost respect for their service and sacrifice." I spoke with Michigan State Police, who had this to add regarding our own state's security at the state capitol.
Last year, with all the events that were at the Capitol and the multi-different events over through the year, we constantly assess and will always respond with the appropriate amount of law enforcement. That is to keep the building safe, the workers there safe, as well as the people who visit there.
And as the day goes on and we get more press releases from state officials and those events actually do happen, we'll continue to keep you updated on how everything goes, both online in our later shows and, of course, on our website at WLNS.com. If you're live this morning at the state capitol, Michael Thomas, 6 News.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We're seeing some lake effect snow flurries across parts of the area this morning. That is making travel slick in some spots, especially with temperatures in the teens across most of the area. Here's a look at our Capitol Cam on the Skyview network, where you see some of that snow falling here in downtown Lansing. It's light for the most part, but like I said, it doesn't take much to create some problems, so just keep that in mind. We're at 20 degrees here in Lansing. As we head down to Jackson, it's cooler down there, and we're at 15 degrees this morning. And down further south in Hillsdale, we are sitting at a temperature this morning of 14 degrees. As we look at satellite radar, you see these lake effect snow showers. They're more persistent over on the west side as they have been for the last 24 hours. And while it's not picking up here, we are seeing snow falling. Most of it's light, but like I said, keep an eye especially on I-96 this morning, because it could get a little dicey from time to time. Winter weather advisory remains in effect for Barry, Calhoun counties until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Winter weather advisory for Kent County until 7 o'clock tonight. Winter storm warnings along the lakeshore. Any travel along I-94, I-96 towards the west side of the state not advised today. So we have several school closings. You saw Napoleon schools down in Jackson. That's for a boiler issue. Otherwise, we have several closings in Montcalm County. All of Ionia County schools are closed, and all schools in Barry County, along with Maple Valley, have closed for the day. As we head through the day, we anticipate occasional snow showers from time to time. Again, it's not going to take much to make those roads slick, but the majority of the heavy snowfall will remain off to our west once again today. There's a chance a few of these bands could make their way into the I-94 corridor over towards Jackson, and that could add up to a bit from time to time, but especially tonight as those winds turn more northwesterly, the snow will really start to pile up over right along the lakeshore. Perhaps an inch or two in Jackson through tomorrow morning, likely less than an inch here. Again, significant accumulations, perhaps over a foot in some locations expected off to our west. We're at 20 in Lansing, 17 in Mason and Howell, 15 in Jackson, and 14 degrees in Hillsdale. It is a chilly start to the day, and with some pretty decent breezes continuing. Winds generally between 10 and 15 miles per hour. It's feeling pretty cold out there. We have wind chill values just above 0. It's 7 in Lansing, 5 in Mason, 0 degrees in Jackson, and those don't get a whole lot better as we head through the day today. Forecasted high today, 24 degrees. That's below average for this time of year, with occasional snow showers and frigid wind chills thanks to that breeze that continues out of the west-northwest. When it's not snowing, we expect mostly cloudy skies across the area, so overall a rather gloomy day for us. We get down to 6 degrees overnight tonight with a few snow showers possible, especially down towards Jackson. Otherwise, it will be very cold across the area, and wind chills will likely be close to 0 once again to start your Friday. Your 6-day forecast shows nighttime lows in the single digits for 5 of the next 6 mornings. The one exception is this weekend, where temperatures briefly rise into the 30s, but then another Arctic front passes through and our temperatures plummet once again into early next week. Monday's high, only 15 degrees. The current time, 6:19. We've got more heading your way on 6 News this morning. We'll be right back.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
I'm Siobhan Klepfer, and if you're looking for a different kind of lunch break, check out the Daily Digital Debrief every weekday here for you at 12:30 on WLNS.com and on the 6 News app. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of weather, and a little bit extra.
Okay, Michael, thank you very much. Over the next 2 years, several Michigan colleges will get millions of dollars to help research infectious disease threats like COVID-19.
This comes as part of a new state program funded through the CDC's Epidemiology and Laboratory Capacity Grant.
Among the schools receiving a portion of nearly $19 million is Michigan Tech, Michigan State, U of M, and Wayne State University. Officials say the schools will use the funding to increase what is called the sequencing capacity of infectious diseases, which ultimately means to identify all the genetic variants that have known impacts on health, starting with COVID-19. The state health department says this will enhance the state's ability to respond to those types of threats.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
And speaking of COVID, Governor Gretchen Whitmer doesn't have it. She took a few tests and needed to self-isolate after her husband tested positive, but she's safe and again encouraging people to get protected.
Getting vaccinated and boosted is the best way to protect yourself and your family and ease the burden on our hospitals. I'm continuing to work with top medical experts and health professionals at the state and federal level to increase access to testing, secure additional life-saving treatments, and always encouraging every Michigander to get vaccinated and boosted.
The governor also says to be sure to wear a mask and get tested if you're feeling sick.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
I'm Siobhan Klepfer, and if you're looking for a different kind of lunch break, check out the Daily Digital Debrief every weekday here for you at 12:30 on WLNS.com and on the 6 News app. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of weather, and a little bit extra. We'll see you then.
Welcome back. 6 News is not only here for you on air, but also online at WLNS.com.
So joining us now live in studio is 6 News digital reporter Autumn Pitcher with what's trending on the web right now. Good morning, Autumn.
Good morning, Kira and Jorma. The NFL is now looking into other sites for the Super Bowl next month. This came after the rise in COVID-19 cases. According to NFL spokesperson Brian McCarthy, as of now, Super Bowl 56 is still scheduled at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. But with restrictions increasing for attendance at indoor events, the NFL is actively looking at other locations. The Super Bowl will take place on February 13th. Now that booster shots against COVID-19 are widely available, the CDC is defining what fully vaccinated means. According to the CDC, you're considered fully vaccinated 2 weeks after your second dose of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines, or 2 weeks after your single dose of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Zillow has now released its rankings for the top 10 housing markets in the United States. 3 Florida cities are in the top 10. Coming in at the top spot is Tampa, Florida, followed up by Jacksonville, Florida, Raleigh, North Carolina, and San Antonio, Texas. Just making it on the list at the number 10 spot is Austin, Texas. Zillow said the largest risk for the housing markets in 2022 will be increased interest rates.
And I can imagine why those 5 cities may be hot. All 5 are awesome places. I've been to all 5.
I just want to get out of the snow. Get me somewhere warm. I'll go to Florida.
Florida, Tampa Bay.
Michigan has to be in the top 80 to 100.
Yeah.
Probably.
Curious as to where, Detroit, DeWitt is.
Hey, I love Michigan. I love the Mitten State.
do
But
too.
Others, like you said, the snow is tough.
I definitely want to be somewhere warm one of these days. I'm thinking Florida for sure, but we'll see.
Uh-oh. All righty. We appreciate it.
This is 6 News Now. We will begin in 60 seconds. Six News Now will begin in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. 6 News Now will begin shortly.